Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for being here today. Today's video is going to be a reading vlog over this Memorial Day weekend. It is a 3-day weekend, and the only thing I have planned is reading and working out a little bit. Oh, and I also want to watch the Friends reunion tonight or the new Cruella movie, but I don't have any school obligations. I don't have any work for the next 3 days. I just have reading, and I'm really excited about it because the last time I had a weekend like this was the beginning of January before the spring semester started. So I'm also excited because I had quite the May TBR that I was so excited for, but because of finals, it kind of took up my whole month of May. And so I wanted to read as much as I could before the end of the month, and it's a long weekend, so I hope it ends up being a successful reading weekend. So let's talk about the books that I'm hoping to read in this reading vlog, or finish in this reading vlog. The first one is The Dating Plan. I'm over halfway done with this book, and I'm really liking it. It's really, really fun. I really like the romance. I am just enamored with the one of the love interests pining after the other love interest their whole life. And it's kind of both ways. But there's a lot of drama, a lot of family drama, a lot of just past drama. And it's been really fun to, I just feel like it's a layered romance, but it's also really sweet and cheesy. And I think it's exactly what I needed after the semester. So almost done with this one, loving it so far. Excited to see how it all wraps up. The next book I would like to start and finish is The Refugees. This is a short story collection, which I'm really excited to get to. I've heard some really great things about it, and it's a fairly short book, so I think it's totally possible to read during this long weekend. Oh yes, let me get you. I'd also love, these are the three staples of this weekend. These are the three that I'm gonna really try to get through. So we have The Refugees, we have The Dating Plan, and I'd also really like to read The Maidens because this is an arc and it comes out in June. So I wanted to finish this by the end of May in order to give you all my opinion so that you can decide if you want to pick it up on the release date in June. But I'm really excited for it. I read 2 chapters yesterday and was really into it. I think it's a strong start. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know much about it. It seems like there's been a murderer and all set on a college campus or academic life, I believe. But I thought that the cover was super cool, and I really liked The Silent Patient by the same author. So really excited for this one. There's just there's a mental shift right after you turn in your last final where you're oh my God, I can really read anything right now. And it's so exciting and it's so fun. Other things I'm trying to do in this vlog are, I don't know if you can see this, but I have a couple bags of books. It looks really messy back there, but on the floor, I have these donation bags of books. My intention was to always bring them to my local library, which is a couple blocks away, but they're still not accepting donations. So instead, I'm gonna try to find as many little libraries in the area to donate some books to. I looked at a map earlier today and it looks like there are a bunch in 4 miles of me. So I'm gonna just pack up my car and start dropping them off. I also talked about in my summer TBR that I wanted to find a bunch of used copies of the books that I have to read for school this summer. So I'd love to go to my favorite used bookstore in South Bay and try to find some of them. But I could also just go to Green Apple in San Francisco. It's tempting, because what else am I doing this weekend? Very tempting. I guess we'll see. I am going to now begin this reading vlog by putting in the audiobook for The Dating Plan, which, by the way, the narrator is awesome. Really, really nice voice for this narration. I'm going to put in the audiobook and I'm going to start organizing some of these books. Maybe I'll make a couple bags of 5 books, 10 books, and just see how much room is in the little libraries I'm able to find. Maybe kind of try to do a book from each genre and then put 3 books in one little library and 5 books in another little library. Yeah, so I'm gonna go do the little library stuff, gonna listen to some of this, and that's it. here we go. All right, everyone, just dropped off my first stack right there. In that one, I'm actually at a fire station, and I know of another fire station that has another little library. So I'm gonna find some more that are close by, but I just dropped off a good stack. So I hope someone likes the books I dropped off. I did books from every genre, so feeling good. Fun. Okay, I just donated the rest of my books. I went to 3 little libraries, and this last one that I came to is really, it's like really tall and really wide. So I was able to donate quite a few books, which was great. But it feels good to have donated all those books. Now it's time to go buy some more used books. Yeah. Woo! Hi everyone, it's me again, and I went to both Recycle Books and Barnes & Noble. So I'm here to show you what I got. I looked for as many used books as I could, and then I always pass by Barnes & Noble on the way home from the used bookstore. So it's like, why not stop by and just see what they have? Okay, so from Barnes & Noble, I just picked up Something to Talk About, which you'll see on my June TBR, although I'm tempted to start it this weekend. And then also The Passenger. And from like the little card, you know, like sometimes people will recommend books, like people that work there will recommend books. Anyway, someone recommended this, and it said like, someone falls in love with a ghost. And it's set in World War II Germany, I believe. So someone falls in love with a ghost and then tries to find them, but he's a ghost. I'm thinking that's what this is about. This again was on the card, and I'm pretty sure that it was about this book. So there you go. Next up, so those were from Barnes & Noble. I picked up 2 from Barney, and then here's some of the used book. I got Richard Wright's Native Son. This is on my academic summer TBR. Another one off the summer TBR, Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. There we go. I got Theodore Dreiser's Sister Carrie. Pretty cool used copy, not gonna lie. Very cool. I got Ernest Hemingway's The Sun Also Rises. They did not have a used copy of this, unfortunately, but there you have it. I got William Faulkner's The Sound and the Fury. I was gonna get As I Lay Dying, but they didn't have it. And this was another option for Faulkner. You could either read this one or As I Lay Dying. And they didn't have the other one, so I picked this one up instead. In the LGBTQIA+ section, I picked up this one. Upright Woman Wanted. Really short, sounds like a cowboy adventure. Sounds like this woman leaves her family and like her hometown because they're trying to force her into an arranged marriage, but she's in love with her best friend who is a woman, and so she leaves town. For school again, we've got The Woman Warrior. Very excited for this one. It's like a memoir mixed with Chinese folklore. Sounds amazing. And then lastly, I found Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five, which an incredible used copy, to be honest. Really, really like it. And it was $3. So those are the books that I picked up. Again, most of those are for school, but some are for the June TBR. And now I'm gonna go home. I'm almost done with the dating plan. I've been listening to it while driving around, but it's been a productive Saturday so far. It's 1:30, time to go home, lay in the hammock, and read. Someone was watching me film that whole clip, and they thought I didn't know. But I knew. Doesn't matter if your windows are tinted. You were watching me. Okay. See ya. Hi everyone, me again. I just finished the dating plan, and it was very sweet. I will say, content warning for domestic physical abuse. Not between the 2 main characters, but another set of characters. There is a bit of abuse that's discussed. But aside from that, I thought that it was a really strong romance. It was very layered, like it wasn't just like a cheesy romance. I felt like there were genuine reasons why the romance had friction and there was pain and all the things. So I really, really enjoyed it. Again, I love the cover. Next, I'm gonna start The Refugees. Again, I've only heard great things about this one, so very excited. And I'm also going to try to organize my bookshelf situation. Good morning, everyone. Almost afternoon. It is Sunday morning at 11:30, and I didn't really check in with you last night. What do we do? I finished The Refugees, which was super good. Here's something that I'm discovering about my love of short story collections. Again, I'm very new to short story collections. I've really only read 2 in the last several years, but I'm learning that I love them, and I think that's because it almost gives you that aspect of like people watching. You know, like when you're out like on the bus or on the train, or you're out like just at the beach or in public somewhere, and you just like, you have those moments where you're looking at other people and you're like, they have their own lives. Like, I'm worried about my stuff, but they have their own sets of worries, their own sets of love, their own sets of joy and excitement and guilt and fear and sadness. And you're always kind of wondering like what someone else's story is. Well, that's what I think short story collections have been doing for me. Because it's almost like people watching. You get those little moments of check-ins, but you don't get the whole story, the whole novel. You just get a section of them. So I really liked The Refugees. I thought it was super good. I really liked the first story, the last story, and then there was one right in the middle that I liked. I'm forgetting the name of it. Once I talk about it in the wrap-up, I'll talk about those, like the stories that I particularly liked, but really liked it. And then last night, my boyfriend and I went to a restaurant and ate there, which was amazing. We haven't done that in over a year, so that was super fun. And then we came home and we watched the Friends reunion. What are our thoughts on it? My brother and his wife Georgia loved it. I think my mom and stepdad liked it. My boyfriend and I liked it, but it was also like, I don't know, I feel like I just wanted it to be the 6 friends. Like, I didn't really want like there to be a host, and I didn't really want any of like the other filler moments. I just wanted the 6 of them to like talk. You know, I don't know, maybe I'm being too picky, but I also like never really wanted there to be a Friends reunion. Like, I thought that it was cool that it was happening when it was announced, but I also was just kind of like, it was perfect as it was. Like, the ending tied up everything so well that I don't need to check in with these characters. So maybe I'm just being extra picky, but I don't know. I'll rate it like a 6 out of 10, 5 out of 10, or no, 7 out of 10. I don't know. Maybe rating it is not smart, but what did we think? I also feel like we barely heard from Matthew Perry or Courtney Cox. And David Schwimmer, although love him, he talked a lot. And I kind of wanted to hear from everyone, not just David Schwimmer. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that. And then we got ice cream and then we went to bed. So that was last night. And then this morning I woke up early, went and worked out for like an hour and a half, which was great. Was feeling excellent about that. And then I also read more of, it's not out here, I have like really dug into The Maidens, which is super good. I think there might be a little bit of the case of over-explanation on things, right? Like, sometimes when you're reading a thriller or a mystery, you're like, I just kind of want to know the meat of the crime and solving it. I don't really need to know about every character's backstory. But I'm hoping that these backstories will add in the overall impact of the thrilling aspects. But right now, it's reading more like a novel, like just a literary novel, and less of a thrilling mystery. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if this like explanation of character and history ends up adding to the overall story. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It is again like 11:30 on Monday, or sorry, Sunday. And I think now I'm gonna get back into reading The Maidens, and at 1, I'm going to a virtual birthday party for my boyfriend's nephew. And then, what else? I think that's really the plan. I need to film a video today, I think, which I'm not really excited for. Not that I'm not excited to like film and edit a video, but I was kind of just like, I just want to like lay around. I don't really want to like set up the camera. I just want to like lay. So we'll see if I end up filming today. I have to film 2 videos this week, so maybe I'll film 1 today and 1 tomorrow. I guess we'll see. Anyway, that's the update for this morning. I'm gonna go back to reading The Maidens. Talk later. Hello everyone. It is 3 p.m. on Sunday, and I went to the virtual birthday party for my boyfriend's nephew and had a meal prep. Also had a Ghirardelli square, if I'm being transparent and honest, and a few bites of ice cream. So really about the healthy balance. Gotta get the sugars, but also gotta get the vegetables. Anyway, I have started to read more of The Maidens. I'm on page 95, and I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying it. The author has weaved in some Greek mythology into this mystery, and I'm really enjoying it. I think that it's like an authentic way to kind of braid in some myth to a seemingly not normal thriller. But you know, like it just like, it doesn't really make sense for like Greek mythology to be in a regular like murder mystery. And I think he does a really good job at it. So again, it's like 3 p.m. I'm gonna read, I think, for another hour and just see how far I can get. And then I'm gonna set up to film a video. I have to film my May wrap up at some point and my June TBR at some point, either today or tomorrow. But tomorrow is Memorial Day, and usually my mom has like a little barbecue, a little something, and so I feel like I should just knock out both videos today. But I'm just like, you know, just like today I kind of just want to read, but I have to film them. So I'll kind of just have to get over it and do it. So anyway, that's the little update there. Let me know what you've all been reading this weekend. What have you been reading? I mean, maybe your favorite book this month, but it actually feels like summer has started after the semester ended. So I'm feeling very revived, although turns out I think I will be taking a summer class. I was telling myself I need to take a break and just focus on my mental health. And then I thought, well, won't you be saving some of your mental health later when you're not taking 3 classes next semester and only 2? And I couldn't argue with myself. That sounded right. So I think I'm taking a class. It's gonna be tough, but the professor is super, super kind, and I reached out to him and I was like, hey, like these classes happen for 4 hours a day in the middle of the weekdays, and I can't do that with my job. Is there any way that I can, follow all the course material and do all the assignments, just not on the actual class? And he was like, yeah, absolutely, let's figure it out. So that was awesome. He's made it easier schedule-wise, which is really cool. And he's like one of the nicest professors. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to reading. Things are really starting to heat up, but also slow burn. So it's an interesting conundrum. I feel like every chapter, I just want to start the next one, so it's going by really fast, but also there's like a hint to who did it, but you're like, there must be more to this, There must be more. So anyway, time to read. Hi everyone, me again. It's an hour later, and I just have to wonder why people in thrillers don't trust their guts. Why don't you trust your gut? Something is wrong. There is a character who is not to be trusted. Why would you go hang out with them alone. I don't care if it's a public place. I don't care. I don't care. And actually, no spoilers, but nothing even happened in this public place, really. But why would you go to begin with? You don't trust this person. Why would you go? It's shit like this that frustrates me. It's like, I love a good thriller, I love a good mystery, but I just feel like if someone has given you a reason not to trust them, a violent reason not to trust them, why would you go see them alone? Alone. Not just like one-on-one, but alone, like no one else is around. Why would you do that? I don't trust your instincts. I don't understand it, but hey, it's not me. It's not my mystery, right? I'm not the one in the book, so maybe I can't be too judgmental. All right, everyone. Wow, I look sweaty. If I look sweaty, it's because I am. I just finished filming my June TBR in the hottest room of the house. I need to learn to just stop filming in there on hot days, because then I start being like really aware that I'm turning red and it's getting really hot, and then that's what I'm thinking about instead of filming. Anyway, I don't know if this vlog is coming out before or after the June TBR is going to be out, but I hope that when you see it, you end up liking it. I feel like I picked out some really good books this month, and I'm actually like really excited to read this summer. There was this question that I had to go over with my psychiatrist, that one of the questions was like, do you still feel joy with doing the things that bring you joy? And I feel like lately I haven't been feeling the joy of a lot of things. I haven't been feeling the joy with like watching movies or shows, with like doing puzzles, which I know is silly, but like I haven't been excited to do a puzzle in a long time, and so I just haven't. And then reading, even reading for a while became something where I was like, well, of course I'm gonna read, and I love to read, but I'm not excited right now, right? And maybe that was school stress, maybe it's mental health stress, but it just feels good to have like answered that I haven't been finding joy in things, but then am now feeling the joy of starting those things. I hope that made sense. Anyway, I think part of the reason why I'm so excited to read is because of how much I am loving this book. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really loving it so far. I have a hunch for something that's going on right now. And it was based off of like 2 sentences, like, you know, like 50 pages ago. And I don't know where the page is, but when the 2 sentences happened, they were really quick and they just slipped right into a paragraph, but I was like, something's not quite right here. I think the author just gave us a hint, but it's really easy to miss. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm right. I might be half right, but I'm very, very excited off of this book. I think it's really fun. I'm really loving it. But now, actually, I am going to take my mom out to dinner. I just feel like romancing her. Not actually. I'm gonna wine and dine her, although she doesn't drink wine. So, you know, I'm just gonna dine her, I guess, Parker. But I'm gonna take her to one of our favorite restaurants on Santana Row. If you live in the Bay Area, you might know that name. It's like a cute little fun street. And it has some really nice restaurants, and I'm gonna take her to one of our favorite places. It's just gonna be the 2 of us, a little mom and daughter date. And I'm gonna like leave my phone in the car, maybe not in the car. I'm just gonna like turn it on airplane mode, have it in my bag, and just like be there with my mom. I love her so much, and I'm excited for it. So I think it's gonna be really fun. Her and I also don't really go anywhere. So I got us outdoor seating, so that, you know, everything is cool. But yeah, that's the plan. Very excited. Maybe I'll bring you with me. When I'm with my mom, I'm not so embarrassed about filming in public. So, and yeah, that's my little Saturday update. Once I get back from that, I'm going to continue reading, and I would love to finish this tonight, not only so that I can film on it, but because I genuinely want to find out what happens, and I also want to find out if I'm right. All right, time to get ready for dinner. and check in later. What are we getting, Mom?
Well, I don't know. I'm looking at the cheese fondue, or I'm looking at the French onion soup. And so far that's it, because I haven't had a lot of time, so thanks a lot for putting me on the spot.
Cheers. It's sparkling rosé. That's dangerous. Wow. Amazing. Good morning, everyone. It is like 9 o'clock on Sunday morning, and I just finished The Maidens. I guessed half right, but it was like a double twist, and I'm like disgusted in like a good way. I mean, it was a good type of thriller and it was a good twist, but I don't really want to say anything about what I figured out, because if you pick up the book, I don't want you to have any impression or like any idea of what's going on. But it was like a double twist. You like see one of the twists, which I guessed correctly, and then there's a twist that comes like 2 paragraphs later that I literally said, "What?" out loud, because I was like, there's no way that is what's going on here. So anyway, that was The Maidens. I don't even know if I want to really rate books anymore on a scale, because I just feel, I don't know, I understand the purpose of rating books on a scale, like on a number scale, but I also feel terrible if I give a book a 1 out of 5, or my like 5 out of 5s are inconsistent, because sometimes I rate a romance a 5 out of 5, but I rate another book a 4 out of 5, even if the writing is better for the 4 out of 5, but because I connected to the romance more, it gets a 5 out of 5. So I just don't know if I really want to rate books like that anymore. I kind of want to just say, I recommend this book if you like thrillers, or I thought this romance was really strong, it's become one of my favorites, instead of giving it a number scale. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but it's just something I've been thinking about. So yeah, it's 9 o'clock now on Monday, and did I say it was Sunday earlier? I meant to say Monday. And I have a couple things I can do. I can edit my June TBR, I can film my May wrap up, or I can start another book. Because I have a day, you know what I mean? Like I have a full day left. I could easily get a short book in today. And then this reading vlog would be like reading 3 full books and finishing the dating plan. I don't know, I'm tempted. But then I'm also like, well, you know that editing is gonna take some time, so why not just knock that out? But I think because I just finished such a good book, I want to just keep reading, but what should I read? Another book that I was really excited for is Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. It's another myth book, and because I just finished this, I kind of want to just jump into another mythology book. It's this one, the one with the orange. That's the one that I've been tempted by, and I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know how. It's 308 pages. So I think I could read it today, but I also have other responsibilities. Ooh, but it has a 4-star on Goodreads. I have the book. I could start it today. Let's see if I can find an audiobook to pair with it. Shall we? Probably not, because it's brand new, but how do you spell this fucking word? Oh, there's an I. Nah. Place hold, and I'll get it in 10 weeks. So maybe that might not work. Let's try Libro FM. How do you spell this again? A-R-I? There you are. I'm out of credits. Son of a bitch. It doesn't replenish until tomorrow. Damn it. Maybe I should just pick another book then. All right, here's the plan, my friends. I am gonna go work out. I was trying to find a way out of it. I was like, I'll just skip it, who cares? But I have the time today, and I should just do it, because like, what else am I doing? If I have the time, I should do it, and I know that it's gonna make me feel better. So I'm gonna work out, and maybe I'll find another book that I wanna read. especially if I'm able to find an audiobook with it. I'll let you know how it goes. It's time to get ready for a workout. Hi everyone, it's me, and I'm here to film a little outro clip because I didn't for this video and it was kind of all over the place. But basically, I finished the dating plan in this video, I finished the refugees, I finished the maidens, and then I also started one last stop this last weekend, but I didn't really talk about it in the clips, by the same author that wrote Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I'm really, really enjoying it. It's really fun and lighthearted, and it's just like an adventure and also a romance and like kind of a mystery to unsolve. Or to unsolve or to solve? To solve. So anyway, yeah, that's what this vlog was. I will just say that just to kind of loop back around on some mental health stuff, it's so weird how for most of this vlog everything was good, and then it's just like for no reason things just go bad in your brain, and so, just be sweet to yourselves this week and tell yourselves that you're awesome and that you're smart, because I'm telling myself the exact opposite these days. Anyway, that's the vlog. Hope you all loved it. I'm gonna go into work now to do a video shoot, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you. Bye!